by to visit us here at Cross My Heart Ministry. It's Monday, so it's time for this week's edition of Martha Monday. And if you're a regular viewer, you know that on Mondays we get in the kitchen and share a recipe, or I'm someplace around the house sharing an organization tip or a cleaning tip or what have you, to just maybe give you an idea to help you keep your home organized, clean, tidy, or just running well. On Fridays, we offer some teaching from the Word of God. This year, we're teaching through the book of Romans, so I hope you will come back on Friday and watch this week's teaching through that powerful book that I often refer to as Christianity 101. In fact, you can click the playlist at the top of the banner here at the channel, and you can access all of our teaching through Romans. You can just start at the beginning of the intro and catch all the way up, and you'll be ready by this Friday to see the next segment. But for today, we're in the kitchen. It's Martha Monday. And so as we begin, I have a question for you. Do you eat bananas at your house? Are you a family of banana eaters? Now, you know, I kind of think a banana is just about the perfect fruit. It's very portable. It doesn't have to be washed. You can throw it in your purse, take it along with you. In fact, often when I have a day of errands and I know I'm going to be gone for a while and it may take a little longer than getting home in time for lunch, I will throw in a banana. I think it's just the perfect little snack, and it sort of tides me over if I don't want to be tempted to go through a drive-thru and get something that is not so healthy for me. We eat bananas at our house. My hubby Kevin is the big banana guy. He loves bananas, and I think he eats a banana just about every day of his life. I don't quite eat that many bananas, but I probably eat them 2 or 3 days a week. We make a great pair when it comes to sharing a bunch of bananas because I like mine on the not so ripe side, so even when they're a little green, he would say gummy. And he likes the bananas about the time that I don't want to touch them any longer, when they're getting just a little bit brown and starting to get, in my mind, overripe. That's when he thinks they're yummy. But once they start to get too far gone, even for my hubby, that's when I pick up the banana off the counter and I throw it in the freezer. Now, I don't bother to stick it in a Ziploc bag or anything like that, although I probably should. But as those bananas accumulate in the freezer, typically, what do we do with overripe bananas? Of course, we make banana bread. In fact, in a recent, or maybe not so recent, it may be several months ago, Martha Monday, I actually shared my yummy recipe for banana blueberry bread. And you can follow a link below and access that if you would like to try my banana blueberry bread. It also freezes very well. Sometimes I make it in smaller loaves, so they're perfect for gift giving, or just a small enough loaf that my hubby and I can eat a little and not have that whole loaf there tempting us. But today I want to share a recipe that's a little more healthy. I'm calling it the frozen banana smoothie. And the great thing about this recipe is that it is indeed healthy, and it also is a great way to use up all those frozen bananas that are accumulating in my freezer. I mean, a girl can only make and certainly should only consume so much banana bread. So I was looking for some recipes and looking at different ingredients that go in smoothie recipes, and I kind of made this one up that I'm going to share with you today. So I have this little My Blend blender. It's a single serve blender to make a smoothie on my pantry shelf. I think our daughters use this, or maybe my daughter Lydia when she was still living at home, and she's, I think, replaced it now that she's out on her own in an apartment. So I thought, well, I've got this, I'll try it. So my recipe is really just for a single serve. If you have a larger blender and you want to double or triple or even quadruple this recipe and use more than one banana, then go ahead and have at it and have a smoothie for everybody that's home and in your family. But I'm going to start with my little attachment here. My banana is, I let it fall just slightly so I would be able to peel it. And the added advantage of using a frozen banana instead of the ice cubes that what I noted several smoothie recipes call for is, of course, that means when the ice melts, it's not going to water down your smoothie. So I kind of like the idea of using my frozen banana. Now, it's a little messy, but if you let it fall just slightly, you can actually peel off all of that banana peel. I'm just going to drop that right in there. So just a few ingredients here. First of all, my frozen banana. Next is the plain unsweetened Greek yogurt. I have a store brand, but there are many other brands out there. And this recipe calls for a half a cup. That's how much I'm using when I have my recipe here. So let me get this measured out in here. A half a cup of my Greek yogurt to go in my frozen banana smoothie here. I'm gonna clean this all out. I made one the other day and thought it was really yummy. I kind of did a test drive knowing I was going to be doing the video, and I thought I had just enough Greek yogurt left in this container to make one more, and it's going to be scant. I'm going to dig out every little bit that I can and clean up the sides. I'm glad I have my trusty handy dandy little spatula here, because it's going to let me clean all this out and make sure that I have as much Greek yogurt as I want to finish this off. I didn't realize I was quite so low, but we're going to make it work. So I've got my Greek yogurt here. I'm going to drop this in. It can be a little messy trying to get it into that narrow opening. There we go. It's all inside. So let me set this aside. And then next I've got the pure vanilla. Now, you know, if you are buying vanilla, you know that I like to cut corners and save money where I can, but vanilla is one of those things. Don't go with the imitation stuff. Get the real vanilla when you're making anything in your kitchen that calls for vanilla. I'm using 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is half a teaspoon, so I'm just going to go once and then fill it up about half a time again. So that'll add a little flavor to it. And next is cinnamon. I love the flavor of cinnamon. Cinnamon is also heart healthy. Speaking of being healthy for you, bananas are very healthy. They have potassium, they offer fiber, lots of nutrients in a banana. And I called my nutrition major daughter to ask, and she assured me that bananas do not lose any of their nutritional value when you freeze them. So now we know it's just as healthy frozen as it is unfrozen when you're eating a banana. I'm putting in 1 tablespoon of honey to just make my smoothie a little sweet and give it a little bit of a taste that is yummy. So there we go. I've got all of my ingredients pulled together now, and that's all there is to it. If you want to double or triple up, of course, like I mentioned before, go ahead and do that. But I've got everything in it. This little container has the little blades on the inside there, so I can make sure that's on there secure. I've got my blender all ready to go. I just have to line up the things there and plugged in, and I'm letting that banana get mixed. Making a big noise. Sorry about that, viewers, but here we go. I'm going to give it a little shake and put it back on one more time. There we go. And I think it's ready to go. I'm going to let it kind of fall down a little bit. I'm going to take the lid off and just give it a little stir and make sure that all of my banana has indeed gotten mixed in. There's no chunks in there. It looks great. I realized that because my container is pink, you wouldn't be able to see it through there. So I wanted to pour it into a clear glass so you can see what it looks like. I have that strong banana smell and the Greek yogurt smell. It just smells healthy and delicious. And I'm not going to rake all of it out and make you watch, but there's still more in there if I wanted to rake down the sides. But there you go, a delicious smoothie. I didn't bother doing the calorie count or adding up all that. I'm sure there's lots of websites where you can enter all your ingredients and check what the carb count and the calorie count and all that is. But here you go, very quick, very easy. If you've got a little Greek yogurt left in your fridge, if you've got a frozen banana in your freezer, go ahead and make yourself a little banana smoothie. A healthy breakfast, a great pick-me-up in the afternoon, and good for you with all those healthy ingredients. Well, I hope you'll try a banana smoothie at your house. And hey, leave me a note below in the comments section and let me know your favorite way to use up those dead bananas at your house. Have a great week, friends. For Cross My Heart Ministry, I'm Laura McFarland. delicious.